Hi again, YouTubers. So this is my Face of the Month video this month, using the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette, Giorgio Armani Foundation, and Hourglass Bronzer. And Clinique Pop Blush and Lipstick, I think. Those are the main items that are just totally different than what I've normally worn in videos or that you've seen. Oh, and blue eyeliner. A little summer pop of color. But yeah, it's not summer yet. I'm wishing for summer so much, you know. But this is my Face of the Month, and let's get started. Right, so jumping right in, the first thing I have been using this month, and I use this every single day. I have two colors in it. It is the Clarins UV+HP Multi-Protection Broad Spectrum SPF 40 Titanium Dioxide Sunscreen Multi-Protection Tint. This is the one medium right now because I do have self-tanner on. I've been using the Saint Tropez, the original one. You have to shake this up really good. And I just put this on with my fingers. Usually I put this on before I do this, but you don't need much of it. Like, that's it. Just, of course, I'm getting it all over. And I just put this on all over. It's kind of nice to have the tint to it. And this is what I wear most days. If you follow my vlogs, this is usually all I have on. Especially if I'm going to the gym. Like this and that little black primer. That's it. Really evens out your skin tone. Like, it's awesome. You really have to wipe your hands off good afterwards though, because it kind of gets... It's kind of nice as a base because it's not tacky, but it gets like, you can feel it. But I'm really loving it. Light is really awesome and for when my skin is light, but medium is great right now. It's like perfect for right now. Next thing I have been using, Tarte CC Corrector for under the eyes. I use this every day. I love it. It's unbelievable. And it really just brightens up that under eye area. Like, look at the difference between those two eyes. It's crazy. This eye, I have to focus a little bit more on the outer corner, like right out here. That's where my darkness sits for some reason on this eye. Put it in that inner tear duct. Alrighty. Next thing I've been using, Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I have two colors. I have 5.5 and 5. I think 5 is better because 5.5, as much as it matches me right now, and I mix them a little bit too sometimes, 5.5 gets a little bit of... Here, I'll put one squirt on there so you can see the difference. Can you see I mean, that's a huge jump. So that's why... That one is nice. The 5.5 is really nice. And it's great when I have self-tanner, but it has a little bit more of like an orange tint to it. So it kind of can look a little bit, I don't know, a little orange. So I can mix it in with this, which really works out good. And this stuff, I have said, is like, I'm really impressed with it. And, you know, it's funny because I thought I tried it years ago and I liked it, but I wasn't like, oh my God, I have to buy another one. And I will say this reminds me of the Guerlain Lingerie Depot, but with more color selection. Now their color line, I would say go get color matched because it's like, you saw what that was, the difference between a 5 and a 5.5. The difference in the color is pretty tremendous, but... and I definitely have too much foundation on this thing now because I put that extra pump on there. But that's okay. And so, IT Cosmetics Airbrush Complexion Perfection 115. This is what that brush looks like. Just make sure my neck's blended in, my ears, up into the hairline. And I kind of go through with this one for some reason, and I kind of make sure it's tapped in afterwards. But this is a very, very, very similar texture finish. I'm going to set that over there. I'll have to wipe that off later. Texture finish, feel on your face, everything as the Guerlain Lingerie Depot. That's the easiest way I can explain it. It really does just feel very, very similar to that on the skin. Right now, I have been using and trying the Hourglass Bronzer, Ambient Light Bronzer in Luminous Bronze Light. Whoa, that wasn't very smart. This is supposed to be the lighter of the two. Tom Ford bronzer brush. Don't know, doesn't say anything else. And I just wipe it across it, and then I wipe it on the mirror. And as I said, I don't want a whole lot of, because my foundation is pretty close. This is more, sorry, I probably should have turned that off. This is more just to kind of create a little bit of dimension to the face. You can see that difference there. Maybeline Fit Me Concealer. I have been using kind of as a highlighter. And I just take my foundation brush. I do this after the bronzer. I tried a couple times doing it before, and if I do it before, it kind of blurs out that area, if that makes sense. So I've been trying it this way. Makeup Forever HD High Definition Blush in the color 220. It's the blush cream. This is what it looks like. It's really, really pretty. I have been using the Sephora Pro Angled Contour 75 brush, this one. I tap it in there, get it on the brush pretty good. And I kind of put on my apples and bring it back. And I do the same thing on the other side. I just dabbed it in a little bit there. I've been loving this right now. Like, and this brush is amazing for that. It just gives you that little pop of color. I think it's just a beautiful color, and I just think it does an amazing job. Next thing is the Urban Decay Naked Powder, and the, this is in light neutral, and the IT Cosmetics Complexion Powder Brush 225, the big ball one, but it's not the heavenly ball one, just the ball one. Tap it in, and I just do like my T-zone, like my areas that get oily. That's it. Onto my eyes, I have been using the NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I've just kind of, I've been liking this, I'm not gonna lie. I've been enjoying it. So, and trust me, if you go back, I did a review on it. I hated it. This is what I'm talking about. Our opinions change sometimes with products. I don't know. Maybe I didn't let it set. I used to do like put that on and then I did my eyeshadow right away. So maybe that's the key, because now I kind of do my brows in between. Anastasia Brow Wiz Chocolate is what I've been using right now. I start with this one. I kind of draw a line up and then out and down. And then I go up and do the point, or the like break of where my brows kind of start down. And then I go up to the front, fill that in so it goes across. And then I kind of go in and feather this part in until it looks like it's got so the difference between those two. Same thing on this side. So I'm trying to think of what's new. I'm getting ready to go away for the summer. I go back and forth a lot, and my husband comes back and forth more than I do. But what is it? The 22nd or something like that, I think it is. I leave, I think. I don't even know what the date is I leave. But I'm super excited to go. And our bathrooms, at that house there, we had someone come in. We picked all this stuff out and had it shipped to them, but we had somebody come in and redo our bathrooms. I wish I had taken before pictures. I have not even seen them other than in pictures. So I'm super excited to have new bathrooms. Kitchen is next at that house after the summer, but we ripped them out down to the studs. Benefit Gimmee Brow. We ripped it down to nothing and put all new stuff in. So the master bathroom and the other one, the the hallway one, which is also like the guest one slash if anybody comes over, you know, everybody uses that one. So I'm super excited to see what they look like. We did everything like without seeing it. The Anastasia Brow Duality. Take the matte side and I just draw it up and down, and I do this part in matte and this part. So I'm super excited to go see that. And just excited to get to nice weather. Like not nice weather, but you know, just like sitting on the beach weather. This is the shimmery side. That is the ivory one that I use. I think it's called Bare Essentials Maximum Coverage Concealer Brush. I go through and smooth all this in and make sure it's cleaned up. So yeah, so that's my big thing that's going on right now. We got to start looking at plans for the kitchen. We're not changing the layout of the kitchen, just the cabinets, the appliances, the countertops, the sink, you know, all that kind of crazy stuff. So yeah, it's just been a little bit crazy. Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette I have been using. And the Sephora Pro 19, I think it is. This is my favorite, the tapered crease brush. And I go back and forth between mousse and truffled. So this one and this one. I go back and forth. I touch it in mousse first and then truffled. And then I tap it off. And I start in my outer V. And I just go in and blend it. And I don't care if I blend down on the lid with this one because I'm going with kind of a peachy color on the lid too. Same thing again, mousse and truffled. So yeah, so it'll be nice to have new bathrooms this summer and to not be like, our old bathrooms were fine, but it was like linoleum floor and like old school medicine cabinets and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see it. We'll see how it came. I've seen pictures, but you know what I mean. It's different in person. Sephora Pro Shadow number 14 and the color Bonbon. It's this one right here. And I've been putting this on my lid. So just a nice warm little kind of warmth in there. The La Mercier crease brush, I think it's just called, eye crease brush. And I've been using this color Frosting, which is right over here. And I just roll it in there a little bit, tap it off, and put it into that outer corner for a little bit of dimension. I like this palette way more than that other one that the first one they did, for a lot of different reasons. I'll do a review on this one, I guess, if you're interested. I take the Pro Tapered brush again, and I just smudge that in and blend it in. I don't put any extra shadow on that. I just kind of am working it in. Then the Sephora Pro Smudger or Shader number 18, the tiny little one, back in that same frosting color. And then I just put it really close to the lash line right down here. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is going on. Estee, oh no, wait, my bad. Curl my lashes. I'm trying to think of what else is going on that's new and fun. MJ's birthday is coming up, so we're having 2 birthday parties as we always do, one in Massachusetts and one here. I am loving doing the Stella and Dot. The whole, like, going out and meeting people and going to their houses and getting to know new people. I'm just loving it. Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Eyeliner in Saphire. I have been using Saphire with these, like, bronzy colors and loving it. And I'm just using it on my, I'm using it on my waterline and my tight line, both. After I curled my lashes, I find that it transfers a little bit if I put this on first. I find this has really been making my blue eyes pop. Ooh, just poked myself though. It's not very smart of me. My eye is watering now. Little black primer. Go on with that. This stuff is holy grail, guys. Do you want me to do like a specific review? I know I did the whole Estee Lauder like brand video, but like, do you want me to do just a specific video on this? Because this stuff is like the most amazing thing that I think I've used in a long while. Just love it. But yeah, so MJ's birthday is coming up, but he gets 2 birthday parties, one in Massachusetts, so nobody has to travel, and then one here, which is more my family and friends. And we have actually a couple friends and family from Massachusetts that end up coming down for this anyway, just to have some fun. Because our parties are more, they're kid parties, like we have bounce houses and stuff like that, but it's still kind of adult parties too. Benefit Roller Lash. Still love this mascara, especially with this primer. It's awesome. I'm trying to think of things. Yeah, like here's the interesting part with me is the summers. Once we get to that point, I plan out all of my videos like before the summer starts. So I have been working all of May on planning out my schedule for June, July, and August for you guys. So you have videos while I'm gone. So I usually sit down like today, as an example, after I'm done this, I will also sit down and tape like a review. So that way you guys will have videos to watch all during the summer, because when I'm there, I don't have all the stuff, and I'm not going to truck all my stuff and my equipment and all that up to do videos. Lancome Waterproof Concealer. They've changed the look of the bottle of this. I think it's black now, but it still works the same. It's just, love that concealer. Like, it just looks lifted. And like you need the tiniest amount. Like you see that dot on my finger? Like that's all I use. Like, it's amazing. I think I've said this before. It's like what I always wanted MAC Pro Longwear to be. Like, as far as the finish and the coverage and everything like that, it's all the same, but it's so much easier because of how it dispenses out of this. I wonder if I've done a review on that. See, because I'm going through and I'm thinking of, okay, what do I need to review? Like, what are items that I need to review throughout the summer so you guys have them? Besame powder, the brightening vanilla powder. I think they have a French vanilla too, is why I was thinking that. The Sephora Pro Airbrush 56 brush, and I just tapped it in there, and then I tap it on the lid. I go under my eyes. Like I said, again, look at the difference there. This brush is so amazing for that. It's so like dense and just perfect. You can't beat that. I'm just going to keep going. If I feel like it, I do this. Clinique. I like these blushes. This is one I do have on my list to review. Clinique Cheek Pop Blush in Melon Pop 08. Do you guys have any suggestions for colors on these? I'm really kind of enjoying it. The IT Cosmetics. These names on these brushes are so hard to find. Here we go. Flawless Blush Brush number 227. It's like written on the silver. I do the same thing I always do. I tap it in there, and then I tap it on the top. If I just want a little bit of extra over that Makeup Forever, it's just amazing layering wise, and it helps your blush stay all day. But I'm really enjoying these Clinique pops. You guys tell me any suggestions of colors. I would love to hear it. And then onto lips. I have been doing Makeup Forever 1C. Oh, sorry, I gotta sharpen it. Makeup Forever 1C lip liner. And I line my lips with it just on the edge. So I'm going to try and keep up with the, this is the worst time to try and talk. I'm going to try and keep up with the vlogs through the summer though. That's the only thing I'm going to take with me. I mean, my computer's up there because I answer questions and I still do stuff, but I just can't tape. I fill it in a little bit, not tremendously so. But yeah, so I'm still going to try and do the vlog videos until you guys tell me not to or you get bored with them, because I tell you. But when I come home during those months is when I'll do Face of the Months and Favorites and Clinique Pop, Color Pop Lipstick in Bear Pop 02. These are nice. I'm not as wowed by these. I mean, they're nice. I don't know. You tell me. just feels like any other lipstick. I'm not like, oh my God, it's so cool. Like I just stuck my hand on it. The NARS Audacious. I felt like when those came out, they were like super creamy and different. And this is nice, don't get me wrong, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, you have to go see that. Okay, let's do one more thing. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling. Laura Mercier, love this highlighter, guys. The Laura Mercier, it's the biggest name in the world. Matte Radiance Baked Powder Highlight 01. And the Sephora Pro Airbrush 54. And as I've shown before, I just run it across and right there. Can you see the difference between those two sides? If I look straight on, maybe. Same thing on the other side. Just gives you a little bit of shimmer. Sometimes I use my Guerlain Meteorite, sometimes I do that. It depends. In the summer, I like them both. So yeah, so when I come home, I do videos like, you know, favorites and face of the month and things like that. This has been my no heat curl look that I've been doing too. So yeah, so that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, guys, as always, and have a great day. Bye.